Welcome, everybody. This is Brandon from NODNARB'S CLOSET. I have two beautiful guests with me today after hanging out with two different groups of people in a social setting. And I don't know how I'm not fried yet. I have Subpar Inc., Chris, here with us today.
Hi, everybody.
And then Colsifer, who was first on the show. I thought I'd ask him back. It was only really to make sure that we were still friends, and he showed up. So
just to be
maybe
clear,
we
I'm
are.
only here to refresh the NDA that we signed. So
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
The sooner we get
I'm
to
still
that,
I'm still not taking down that first episode.
Yeah, this is to fill contractual obligations.
despite a couple of failed petitions,
He likes me.
I really
He
just
likes
want to
me.
strengthen, my case here.
Understandable. And you're in Ohio. I understand that they're taking a lot of regulations away from your guys' existence, so it would be understandable that you would want to CYA that box. Evidence is key, or not key, apparently, if you're in certain political parties. How are you guys doing?
Good. It's late.
Still good. Yeah.
Good.
Very late. They actually fought me right before this and told me that I was a piece of shit for doing it so late, but I still got him on here.
You're fine.
So let's get right into it. I think the big thing for me right now, and a lot of people, is Smash Bash. And Cole, I have been paying attention online, but for some reason you seem to be like shadow banned. I don't see any of your fucking work. Maybe a few pieces. Have you been working on anything, both of you?
I'd be curious to know if I was shadow banned, but it's probably on account of I haven't been posting a whole lot. I've been kind of busy. Started a new thing with work, and then I painted my basement, and this weather that we've had for the last 6 months has been not really super conducive. And I've also just been in a hobby slump, but I've broken out of it recently and greased the wheels a little bit. So I've been working on some stuff, and then I'll just post it all in a big dump, and we'll see how that goes. I have noticed that I've been losing all of my Cambot followers. They keep getting reaped off of the meta sites, so I'm losing scores of bot accounts by the day. It's kind of a bummer. They're some of my biggest fans.
You getting those Illuminati ads yet?
I got one once on Facebook Messenger, which I thought was more appropriate for that type of grift.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They responded with me, but only for so long, because I don't think they were really as committed to the bit as they thought they were.
Yeah, it's really fun to actually mingle with them and actually have a full-on conversation.
Yeah, it's like telemarketers can't hang up on you unless you yell cuss. So I had one on the phone for 3 hours one day.
Yeah.
I was bored. I was drinking in the afternoon.
I mean,
that sounds like one of the most leisurely afternoons you could have, is just having a chat with a stranger.
I was just telling him about the movie I was watching.
Yeah, just explaining just the wonderful things about life. I agree. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I did my Smash Bash. I got it finished yesterday and then turned it in. And I'm learning that pictures are some of the hardest part of this hobby. Just taking good photos, especially mine's tall.
Yeah, bring that out.
It's large.
Ooh.
And
she got legs though.
Yeah,
she does have legs. Look at those.
I don't have.
Are those what are the fucking Conehead guys in Warhammer?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd probably know that before I would.
I don't know either.
The Eldar? Yeah.
Eldar.
Are those Eldar or
No,
I don't know if it's their heads or if it's their hats.
I hope it's their heads.
Kind of seen. I think it's their hats, but their robots are like spirits of them inside of it or something.
God damn.
Chris, that's very cool. I just saw it on Instagram earlier, but I didn't realize the scale.
It's a big guy. So I was having trouble. I was having to hold the backdrop with one hand and take a photo with the other hand.
the on the fly
pieces. This is one of mine.
I like that a lot.
That I'm doing for, I don't fucking know.
Whatever. It's a floating head. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't fit him on a 1490 board, but or her. But yeah, what have you guys been working on lately? Cole, did you say you were starting to get back in a little bit?
Oh, so one of the first things that I built after I got back from Texas, and it was kind of like a hobby slump for a while, I built a 1490 board / Sunrot board, just because I thought it was
oh, nice. Yeah, show us.
This isn't going to translate well. Hang on.
No, it's fine. No, I'm.
It's so loud.
This isn't going to translate well. He just had to roll over a body with his chair to be able to get to that said board.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
it translates fine.
So what you don't see, it's on a
A
Lazy
lazy.
Susan.
I just got.
Oh,
Oh, he doesn't have his headphones
wow.
on.
That's amazing.
My wife's friend just gave me a Lazy Susan. I'm doing a Sunrot 1490 Doom. Could probably be Necropolis. Just a small skirmish board. I'm gonna do like a sci-fi medieval fantasy like crossover thing.
I think that size of a board dude, the Lazy Susan is a game changer.
Hi. She is, yeah, no, we got it.
We've been
You're
watching a lot of Game
but not
Changer
a
lately.
dad. You're a dad, yeah. We got it.
But like the 2-foot board, because like Mordheim's 4x4, and that's kind of like
It's pretty intimidating.
It's kind of thick, but like 2 feet, like you can kind of manage it. You can like carry it. It's nice.
Yeah, I've actually been asking. You've been replaced because normally I ask you things like this, but I've been asking Chris about this new board that I'm making for. I guess I got to add Sunrot to that as well.
Yeah.
That's good TV.
Yeah, fuck that board.
No, that's sick. It's like the old toy commercials where the things like claps and you shoot a missile at it. It's a kinetic board.
Yeah, it's perfect. You fucking smartass. No, it's wonderful. But yeah, I've been trying to put that together because I'm really excited to play those games. Actually, speaking of Sunrot, Cole, you've been advertising it a lot for Totally Not Panicking. Chris is actually the person that I bribed to grab me a copy.
Did you go to Adepticon?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did. Had a lot of fun.
And it was great. I got a lot of extra stickers, which I didn't get to. I think I thanked you, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm a piece of shit. Did I just specifically? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, man. I want to hear a little bit about Adepticon as well.
It was fun. I haven't played games until then. Then I was in Transmission. I didn't know Grimdark Firefight that you can like upgrade your units, so I went with 11 models to a 350 point game. Most people had like 4 or 5. I had 11.
Oh, Jesus.
So that was really cool. And then
the Sunrot game or
no, the In Transmission 2 with Adam Doom and Apathy. So that was really fun. And then I played in the Flames of Orion event. I understood that one a little bit better.
Did you?
But yeah, I went with 4 models and they were decked out. But we like re-rolled our models there, and I luckily got heavy weapon with rapid fire, which is a killer combo. If you roll a 6, you get to re-roll, and the heavy weapon already deals 4 damage. So if you do 2 of them, you almost kill a unit. And then I played Sunra, and I played Thrawn's Odyssey. I think that's how you say it. I didn't get to play Rat King. I didn't get to play 1490 Doom. I talked to the dudes of 1490 Doom, and they're really, really cool. I was like, yeah, it's like King of the Hill with gas. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty much the game. I was like, all right, cool.
And I almost kind of think leading up to this, whenever I took a picture or did the story of my board, I had tagged 1490 Doom in it, and me and him talked a little bit, and I was trying to pick his brain. He agreed to show up on the show. Nice. I'm really excited to ask him about his personal thoughts about it and just kind of pick his brain. It'll be coming up in a couple weeks. Speaking of 1490 Doom, there is a little bit of controversy behind it. Controversy being a niche of a niche controversy, where I've heard that, much like Trench Crusade, a lot of people are not wanting to call 1490 Doom a indie game if it has so many backers.
It was 2 dudes, 4 boards in the Grimdark hallway. I think that's an indie game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
they were selling metal models out of a backpack.
Yeah, my personal belief is that these campaigns and stuff, these Kickstarters and stuff like that, the only reason why they become so big is because they advertise like crazy.
Yeah, and I guess it's like how people don't want to consider indie music indie if they're popular, but it just means independent. And then it's a sound also, so I don't know. People use words.
Yeah,
there's a lot of words.
I mean, I've played the game. It's fun, and that's like enough for me to be cool with it.
Yeah, that's good.
I think advertising's fine. I think we all sort of know intrinsically when something's crossed a line into not necessarily being not indie, but like not cool anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like Juno was an indie movie,
Yeah, right. But everybody's always got a problem with...
But everybody's seen it, so like it's not really that like small. It's just kind of like, niche.
Yeah.
Niche.
I view it as like kind of a vibe too. Like the feeling of the movie. It's like it's not big production. It got popular. Napoleon Dynamite. How much was that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was like a $20,000 movie.
I think if more people like it, it doesn't make it not independent. I think it just matters on budget, and yeah, you can tell if something's kind of fucked up or whatever. Is there something that you guys are looking forward to in the future besides that?
I mean, Under the Dice Fest.
You heading there for sure?
That's like my annual can't miss it.
Yeah, I'm super jealous of you guys. I think I'm gonna try to go to that next year.
Well, it's not you guys, because here's my problem, man.
Not you.
All right.
All the people going. The Redlands crew.
Yeah.
That seems like a blast.
I'm gonna let everybody I see there, I'm gonna be like, yeah, Chris should be here now, and they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'll just, I'll make sure that your sorrow is known.
Yeah, there's
That's
like
good,
30
man.
of us, so just don't say a last name.
Yeah, just don't say anything.
Everybody's just worried which Chris is mad at them.
It could be your own brother. Isn't your own brother's name Chris?
Way to dox him, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I did. Well, I mean, I gave his address and everything. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Hit like and subscribe for the addresses of the participants.
Like and subscribe to the
that's in the
address of
PayPal,
all the
or the-
participants.
It's in the Patreon.
I will say, yeah, the Patreon. Go look over it. Patreon. Sorry, I'm bad with words. Go check out on Patreon where we dox every single member, and we do it maliciously throughout the episode.
Hell yeah.
It's the only way it's fun.
Party.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're gonna be fine. If anything, they get more attention, more people to talk to.
But
Is
yeah,
there any-
Under the Dice Fest. But honestly, like anytime I can play games, because it's just not that often.
Yeah, my wife said she wanted to start painting. She helped me with my my dudes for the in transmission, helping me figure out
nice.
like highlights with oils, and she's like, "Okay, this is a blast," because she was a canvas painter. So
Shit. Well, I mean, that's
getting a desk set up for her, and
that's transferable,
gonna be
dude.
a highlight. That's tight.
Yeah. It's. I mean,
maybe play a game.
that's a bonus.
Couples that slay together stay together, man.
Yeah. We just slay food together. We just
That's good
like
too.
to. Yeah. I mean, we just cook together.
We're very very food motivated couple.
What is your relationship slayed together, Cole? This has now turned into a relationship podcast.
My relationship with
Your wife. Yeah.
You know, they slay together, stay together. What
Yeah.
do you guys
yes.
do?
Sorry. Is that the end of what it was? The description that you do?
I mean,
Together?
our relationship is a beautiful, sacred fire that's tended to by burning passions intertwined.
Good.
That's very true. And actually, Colsfer is going to debut his favorite poem at the very
Right now.
end.
Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah, right now. Yeah, no, Chris.
Take it away.
So
Cole.
it's
Former.
It's actually a new art form. It's called silent poetry. So
That's
here-
gorgeous.
I'm just gonna read you the first line.
God, look at those eyes. I don't want to interrupt, but look at that. Oh my God. The drama involved in that. That was
Thank you.
that was gorgeous. Yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody's got
Uh,
motorcycles outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is our boiler threatening to just blink me out of existence one of these days.
Oh, dope.
I
Let's,
remember that thing from your kindness video, I think. Where you did a video where it featured the boiler, the Home Alone boiler.
Mhm.
That's fucking wonderful. I would be terrified to hobby there ever, but
I feel like danger keeps my edge sharp. You know.
yeah, you're living a life of danger all times of day. That's
Brandon,
wonderful.
what about you up in your new neck of the woods? You getting out to any gaming sessions?
No, not yet. But what I'm doing is next weekend I'm heading down to 3D
3D RoleplayCon.
Yeah, RoleplayCon with Dylan and Cosmic Kraken and
Oh,
a
hell
bunch
yeah.
of dudes that I met that I created loosely a name called Seattle Scum that I'm also going to be meeting down there. So I should be kicking off something very soon.
Rustle the fir trees. Get Brian out there. You know, get Ev Dog out there.
Which Brian?
Ibrew Tiny, or Obi-Wan Sherlock, or he has a new blog which we'll link down in the description below, but I can't think of what it's called right off the top.
Yeah,
of
we
my
are
head.
going
I
to
don't know who that guy
definitely
is
link that
either.
description. I actually send me a link whenever you get the time to. I wouldn't ask you to do that. I would do it myself if we weren't on a podcast. But
I got you, fan.
yeah, no, that's great. I'll definitely hit them up because I've been really interested in really getting the gaming thing off the floor because I myself have never gamed besides D&D. I mostly watched while I was at Grimtex.
You naughty lad, you were just watching.
Yeah, I was the naughty lad in the corner. I was the cuck in the corner. watching.
dice.
And I should have played more, but I was having too many.
Fuck, was that a 6? Oh my god.
It was more like I was in social mood So I was like drinking and having fun talking to people and meeting people for the first time and didn't focus on what I should have.
No, that's what it's all about, for sure.
Yeah, it's like the greatest thing on the planet, right? Like I still talk to Grimtex people. I don't think that there will ever be a time that we don't talk. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing in this community. But we're not at Kindness Corner yet, so we will get there eventually.
We've been talking nearly enough shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'll pull out the book. We'll figure out what to talk about.
Yeah, we'll figure out. Yeah, there's a guide on that, I think, about talking shit.
Is there? Is it online? Is it like a game
FAQ?
FAQ?
How to be Donald Trump in a restroom stall.
You got to go in the women's.
You just got to yell.
Stare.
You just got to yell. You got to yell about China. What are some of the new projects that you guys... Oh, look at those little hands. Yeah.
These aren't small hands.
Oh, no, they're wonderful.
It's just a big jacket.
It's just a really big jacket. Mommy put a jacket on me. Speaking of which, I guess we'll get into a little bit of politics. I just described to you guys before that Mr. Pete Hegseth had rolled back protections on military members by taking equal opportunity and inspector general privileges away from normal, low-ranking military members. Neither one of you have been in the military, I don't believe. So what do you think that is it good? Is it bad?
I'm assuming if they did it, it's bad. The guy with neo-Nazi tattoos, I'm assuming all of his decisions are bad.
You also started the preposition of the question is taking rights away bad? And we're just going to just a blanket statement, yeah.
I'm trying to really MSNBC this, so I'm trying. I'm trying out for their channel.
Dude, I really love how he has the confidence to drink while giving press conferences, though.
It's pretty
dope. That is something I admire.
I mean, that's pretty bold.
As a white guy, I would love to find that level of white guy confidence.
Yeah, it's a lot of drink
during a press conference.
100%. Yeah, it is like the boldest move, and maybe that's why he's such a good leader. Anyways, getting onto it, what are some of the projects you guys are working on? I know that you're working on a 1490 Doom board, but any specific things that you're looking forward to next after Smash Bash?
Nemo prep. So I try to bring a fresh warband every year, and this year we're going not undead for one of the first times. We're going Reichlanders. So just some guys with swords and bows. Hopefully a wizard, if I can find a wizard. And then I got roped into playing OPR regiments. So me and Evan are going to do split forces. So I'm going to have the last alliance of men, and he's going to do elves. So I'm going to put him on movement traits, and we're just going to figure it out. I've never played OPR regiments, but I'm just, I'm here for a good time.
Just rolling dice and touching dudes. Sounds like fun to me, man.
Yep.
How about
Speaking of which, take proper COVID measures, precautions when kissing your homies, because that's the number one way that COVID spreads in this community is homies kissing homies.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive that bird flu is next. That's the new pandemic coming our way.
I had a temperature of 102.5 the Monday after Adepticon.
God damn, bro.
Yeah, I was going to go to work, but my wife made me take my temp, and then it was like, you're not going to work. I was like, okay.
Chris, that is like capitalism in a nutshell. What you just described.
That's 100%.
You're going to go to work with 102.
If you don't take your temp, you don't know.
You're like the guy in the first X-Men movie, like the senator or president who's turning into goo while he's wearing a suit trying to deliver a speech.
Hey man, these bills ain't gonna pay themselves, okay?
Yeah, I
Not
honestly,
here they won't.
What's really funny is he told us about this before, but he did mention that it was Celsius. He was 102 Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
That would explain the steam.
Explain the brain damage too.
Cole, so I have to be honest, man. I think a lot of people are going to ask this, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring it out there. Do you live in a haunted house? Because that light behind you is fucking terrifying. It looks like it is flashing. Is it flashing?
I mean, haunted's a frame of mind, my guy.
Can you be
occupied.
Can you be haunted by your best friend?
No, I mean...
you mean occupado?
Previously occupied by a former resident. Yeah, there's ghosts down here. They just don't like me talking about them.
Fair. But we'll move on.
They're like the cobbler's goblins or whatever that story is. At night they
I only know the story about the cobbler's goblins, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They got little creatures that do stuff for the cobbler when he goes to sleep.
Oh.
Obviously, I don't remember it very well.
It means that the cobbler really doesn't have any skill. That's what it says to me.
No, he works during the day. Okay, he was hardworking. He provided for his family.
Oh,
Yeah, they either doing other stuff, like errands, getting the milk, whatever.
You know how hard it is to support a family?
Cobbling.
I feel like you're off to the side supporting AI for some reason. I feel like
dude, if AI and robotics were used for what they were intended, I fully support them. They were used.
Well, that's an interesting.
They were intended by the creators to take the workload off of the workforce and give you back a life and freedom.
Well, and
I like AI was supposed to be used to create or cure diseases and figure out solutions for things that are difficult for us.
No, but instead we have it to have access to virtual pornography of our choosings at any time, because that's
a good too. Okay.
So wait a second, we're railing against the porn industry now.
I didn't mean to slut shame the robots. That was inappropriate of me.
Yeah, it is crazy that video games and pornography generally drive the technology.
I mean,
innovations.
Shout out BioShock Infinite.
It did both.
BioShock Infinite is a straight porno. I agree. Yeah, that's great. Speaking of which, do you guys? I talked to Chris a little bit about video games. Cole, do you play video games much?
I do, but I always have the online notification turned off because I'm terrible at. Anytime anybody's ever gotten me to play a game with them, they usually politely ask me to stop playing with them. So it's mostly
dude, if you're that bad, I would play with you all the time. It'd make me look good.
So I really like single player games. I just played Demon Souls for the first time, and
nice.
I probably sunk 2 months into it, and it's a 5-hour game if you're trying, but I was just you look at every rock and I'm just wow, this is great.
Yeah.
or in Red Dead or whatever, if there's a drawer, I'm going to open it.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm going to examine every texture that somebody programmed in there. I'm a nightmare to play games with.
Did you go ahead, Chris?
I was saying I'm evolving single player easy mode. I'm getting old, eyesight's going. I'm not very fast. Call of Duty was fun the first 2 seasons of Warzone, and then streamers took over, and it's wow, this game is really difficult now.
I am the opposite of both of you. I have challenged myself more in video games than I ever did whenever I was younger. I'm waiting for the new Elden Ring, and I'm buying a Switch 2 so that I can play the new game that they have coming out there. I like to torture myself, but eventually you losing so much, it takes away that feeling of being mad. Yeah. And instead, it's just pushing forward.
But it's hard and single player. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
You can keep dying over and over, and you're just with yourself. I like the game Let It Die a lot, and the point of that game is to die.
I don't get super mad if I die from a computer, but when I know that somebody else is laughing at me somewhere in the world, I'm I don't like that feeling.
Calling me a slur afterwards.
Yeah.
You
can just feel the slur coming in.
Or the 13-year-old's wow, you're old. You should stop playing video games. And I was you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I've had a lot of you should kill yourself. And everybody's thought about it, right?
His family just sends him letters all the time.
My wife has directly come to me and, hey, you want to
all over the house.
You want to follow the footsteps of other members of your... Anyways, video games. I would say South of Midnight, if you guys have not checked it out or don't want to play it, it's a black story, and it's semi-done with stop animation.
I've seen...
It's gorgeous. If you get a chance, look up reels from that or big moments from that. The story is gorgeous. The art is beautiful. So I would point everybody in that direction.
I think I've seen the art for something like that, but I thought it must have been a movie. That's cool that it's a game. South of Midnight. I'll check it out.
South of Midnight, yeah. Cool. It's a gorgeous game, not too hard. You can put it on super easy mode. It's a gorgeous story in general. And a lot of people online, especially the more, let's just say, hate women perspective.
Incels?
Yeah. Let's just say anything MAGA, cunts,
I hate those
twats.
People, dude. Being part of Geekscape, we deal with, talk about nerd shit all the time, every different vein of it. And then there's always I think Star Wars is fucking dumb. I love Star Wars. But if you break it down, that shit's all stupid, and it's just space wizards doing space wizard shit. Except for any of them with women in it. Those don't count. They're not canon. Those characters were just written in.
It's so stupid.
I'm so sick of that part of like the nerd kingdom, and I was like, "Fuck."
If you guys haven't watched Andor, it's a revolutionary TV show based in the Star Wars universe, and it is.
I started season 2 today, and then I fell asleep. I took a nap, but
it's so good.
Season 1
good. Season 1 is great.
I think that I mean, I grew up with Star Wars, you know, like since the time I was 4, I had like the original trilogy. Like I grew up loving it. I saw the first in the new series, and it was kind of like it didn't like resonate with me. So but like what Rogue One, I consider kind of like the swan song to like this. Yeah. This is sort of like the.
And I think it's connected to that.
I might check that out then, but it was kind of like this. This is the end of what you know. This is sort of like the farewell letter, and then everything else is for like a different generation. And I can appreciate it, but like I haven't really dug my teeth into it.
There's parts of it I like, but there's also just stupid parts even in the original trilogy. And like for a fandom that's so ravenous about everything, they can't understand like some of it's stupid. Some of it's goofy and dumb. Stop taking all of it
because it was made for kids. Yeah. I can tell you firsthand, Cole, Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie, period. No, nothing comes close at all.
I would probably agree with that too. I think it's
and I would say Andor is a close second. It is almost identical to Rogue One.
Well, it's how they get the plans to the Death Star.
Yeah. So it is the very beginnings of Rogue One. So I would recommend it.
It's all the political like espionage.
It's a spy thriller.
I don't even remember a lightsaber in the first season.
No, the only one that was there was from Darth Vader, and he killed a bunch of people.
That seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Oh, did I give a spoiler away?
No.
Well, no, but I think you also did a good Darth Vader impression while saying Darth Vader, unless that wasn't intentional.
Blown fat.
Oh, I didn't try whatsoever.
You're blowing fattos.
Hey, Cole, I was looking at your Visterian warband, and I just realized something. Oh, it's the same. It's the same Virgin Mary statue.
We must have found the same like 1975 Hong Kong like resin print.
Yeah, that is like some of the hardest resin I have ever dealt with. I could not get a drill bit in it.
I put I have a Dremel with like a disc on it, and it was blowing apart like shrapnel.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that thing is those the cherub heads I did are like 1950s cake toppers from Hong Kong.
No fucking way!
Probably covered in lead.
I don't know. Yeah, that I was like,
they are the hardest thing I've ever dealt with.
It's some crazy plastic. I mean, this is like some nuclear age stuff.
Yeah, I just super glued and green stuff
from Chernobyl.
Only way to get anything to stick to it.
I had something similar. I did the Jesus statue board, or not board, but like scatter terrain. That was also equally hard as fuck to grind down. It took me forever.
Some of the old shit is it is solid.
Yeah, I mean, are you guys on eBay? Is that where you're getting a lot of your stuff?
I got a estate sales, baby.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
No, man, if your garage is open, fair game.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm not waiting for you to put a sign up. There's a price for everything.
It's got a door. Close it if you don't want me taking anything.
I was forced into a situation where I had to go to Hobby Lobby to get supplies because they have a lot of balsa wood and they also have thicker like foam boards. But I made I made a deal. I made a steal, and I stole some Mod Podge.
Good.
Mod Podge. I stole some from there. It's $13 at fucking Hobby Lobby.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a little bit too much.
What I think is crazy is that no matter the kind of profits they put on the board, what I think is crazy that Milliput at Hobby Lobby is technically free, and you can just put as much of it in your pants as you want. And that deal's ongoing. It's crazy that they're allowing that, and that you should do that anytime you see it.
I live in a rural area, so I followed. But my wife, she doesn't. So I should go and distract them. She could go take all the super glue and Milliput that she can fit in her purse.
I feel like super glue is easy to explain. Be like, oh, it got stuck on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Milliput just stuck to everything. The super glue and the Milliput got stuck together. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, actually, now you guys are giving me excuses. I just run out of the store
as fast as possible.
I usually just run and just dive into my car.
Just convince
oldest trick in the book.
Leave the window down. Oldest trick in the book.
Just get a small child with a backpack and just keep putting it in their bag.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say what Liam would take, but he wouldn't do it maliciously.
Just kid stuff.
And now, just kid stuff. now I think that we're at the right bold time of kicking off Kindness Corner. Kindness Corner, I don't know if you guys heard, but Pam Bondi, who's the Attorney General, has made it so that judges can be arrested for telling people exactly what they need to do to avoid capture or kidnapping. And she was arrested for it. I forget the name of the judge, but what I need now is Pam Bondi standing in the background. I need a bunch of American flags, Barrett, and then several fires being caught to them because we know they hate that.
Poop fires.
Several poop fires, Chris. This is the first time that anybody's collaborated on this. It's the first time ever. Also, your basement is speaking, Colsifer. And I would say maybe just her smiling away, but with her tongue out, just licking a boot that's hovering in front of her face. Chris, do you think we should make it a poop boot?
No. One poop's enough.
Yeah.
One poop. Just one poop on that.
We don't want to be redundant.
Cole, do you want to start? Being the first person that's ever done it. You don't watch any other shows, but yeah.
That's not true. I've actually seen all of them, and they've gotten really, what's a good word for it? Developed.
I thought you were gonna say bad.
So I've gained my ass a little bit.
You've always had the cake, baby. It was never about that.
Oh, don't get dirty.
No, I mean, I would say the Kindness Corner. I mean, this is going to seem like not trying to pander to the show or anything, but I think that like between your hobby portion that you've kind of taken off of NODNARB'S Closet and then just the visibility that like the ATI podcast, like the affiliate. Well, no, it's not an affiliate. It's like the same one. Just the constant discourse that you bring in topics that range from art, music, performance, film, television shows, activism, and just sort of reminding people that it's cool and punk to be informed and like not a bigoted piece of shit.
So Cole's main mission in all of this was to make sure that I cried during this episode, but luckily I punched myself enough in the balls today that that won't be happening.
You build up your tolerance to bigger tears that way.
Okay, I was like, that'd make me cry.
No, that's very sweet. I appreciate it. I don't know how to take those words, and I don't know how to.
I think it's important for everybody who can to be a candle in the dark, because then that way, the light starts to win. I don't know what that's from. That's like a misinterpreted quote for me, but I'm starting to see people waking up a little bit and just being a little bit more conscious that things need to get better or else they're going to keep getting worse. And that's fucking rad.
I think a lot of people think that it's impossible to do. You just have to find the right community in my experience.
I mean, some of us get beat down.
True.
Oh, 100%. Especially
if you keep working and you got bills and you watch your football, can't really pay that much attention.
When you got God in your life, you're good, bro. I really think that things have been looking up for me lately. I'm a rapid response coordinator for immigration or ICE, that we're now responding to ICE, and we're doing a lot of tenant protections from landlords. But yeah, man, it's super easy. Just get involved, figure it out, look up DSA online and look if there's a close place that has a chapter. I think it's very important. If you think that you can't get involved with it, you're wrong. I was wrong. You very much can. And you very much can show, even if you don't want to be a part of a group, man. I mean, it's a lot of community. It's really great. But if you're more of a loner, you should try other shit and try looking up zines, making your own zines, selling them online. I just bought a zine the other day from Pennsylvania. It's Know Your Rights pamphlets or booklets that I'm going to recreate and send out to everybody in the community. All you got to do is ask the questions. And it will work for you. Even if you're in the most Midwestern fucking shithole on the planet.
Yeah, all my DSA is in Chicago. I just looked it up.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but they often have times where you can join in by Zoom. So look into that. Chris, do you got any bit of kindness to spill out?
I don't really have anybody in particular other than Lazarus. I am bad with reading, but ADEODATUS. Everybody knows Lazarus on Instagram. Super, super nice guy. Always supportive. Has been supportive since I started this. But everybody is super kind in this community. And I like going to Adepticon. Everybody was super nice. I had a panic attack and cried in my car for like 20 minutes by myself. I don't get out often.
I understand.
It's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
But like, everybody's so nice. Totally not panicking. Matt is a gem. He's like one of the kindest people ever, and he answers anything. You guys both have always replied to people, and you're always super nice to people and supportive. I don't know. So I don't really have anybody to call out, but
you don't have anybody to call out except for those people.
The community is like super great. I talk to people all fucking day. Like you were saying, you feel bad messaging people. It's all I do. I talk to Jackson, Mind in 28 Miniatures, just all day. Message people. Lawrence, the Baharath of Old Paints. The guy's super nice and
the greatest human being that's ever existed. Baharath is one of my best friends in the community.
Yeah, we talked about our love of like religious iconography and ways to source it.
Yeah.
Just everybody's really.
He's fantastic. For me, I think I'm not trying to get too heartfelt here, but I just lost a friendship that I've had for years and years and years, based off of asking questions and asking for advice and I had a lot of pushback on that, saying that like I don't need to be asking them for anything. They already have a busy enough life. So that's the reason why it probably resonated over to you.
Oh, yeah.
But I think, there's collaboration and then there's helping each other out through techniques that they would use and constructive criticism. I love it more than anything. I've learned that my style is based off of collaborating and talking to other individuals and seeing their opinions, because there's something that I could have missed.
Yeah, just talking about your board the last 2 days.
Yeah, you and me have talked nonstop. Yeah, and the great thing about that is I want to tell everybody right now, and I don't even care if it takes up my whole day every day. Ask your fucking stupid questions. Ask your stupid questions to me, because I ask stupid questions all the time, and the reason why I do it is because that's how I learn. I don't learn from reading something as much or as well as I do learning from seeing and doing, and talking about it. So my bit of kindness is going to be to the community and say, ask those questions. If everybody needs help, it doesn't matter what skill level you are, you can always use help. I think even, totally not panicking, I'm sure he asked for help.
Oh, Sean, Particulate X, an amazing guy. He was on your
Oh my God, yeah.
That guy is so nice to me at Adepticon. He
Sean,
was at the year before
person.
Too. He's a gem.
Yeah, Jackson and I believe Ryan from the Chapel Fire. Even if you don't listen to that type of music, he's an amazing human being, very young, very activated as, understanding the politics around him. It's our community, guys. We gotta really step up and take advantage of the moment that we have, because we may not ever have it again. Next thing I'm going to get into is something that is new to Cole, is 1-bit, 2-bit misfit. Here we don't usually do a picture or rendition of anything, but today I just want to do Bondi's face with those bug eyes that happened to Roger Rabbit from The Villain, which is what I pictured whenever I saw Chris doing his creepy face. Can you do it for us real quick, Chris? Yeah.
Because my camera is pretty zoomed.
This is bug eyes. Yeah, I like it. Right before he dipped, I believe, the boot in the toxic vat. One little bit of anarchy that you can give. I know Cole has a few his friends that he's been talking to lately.
Thought we were trying not to dox each other.
Yeah, why do you keep doxing him?
I'm sorry. Well, we're trying to advertise anarchy on the show. So
okay, so I do know what this is about because I do watch your show, and I really need the slanderous insinuations that you've been making. They need to come to an end.
Sorry, he's a very Christian, lighthearted.
I'm going to actually ask for my own graphic, probably here. Barrett, what we're going to need here is the Lorax standing on my hand with a black flag tattoo, preferably maybe a biplane with a rainbow coming behind it that says hope.
That's wonderful. That's
support
beautiful.
Your local parks, support your metro parks, and support national parks. So I live very close to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. It's in my backyard, and like that has been a huge part of my life. And the threat of deforestation because of an artificial housing shortage is something that makes me like boil. Like, go to your parks, show the park rangers the love, like learn about the nature that's in your backyard. Buy a fucking t-shirt or bumper sticker or something that says you were there. Send somebody a postcard. Like, get out there and like keep those around, and also support little libraries in your neighborhoods, because we may be responsible for keeping education
unfortunately
alive. Anyway, that's my
great.
1-bit 2-bit.
Well, you've made me change my 1-bit 2-bit. Chris, do you have anything?
I'm assuming this is recommendations for doing things to better stuff.
Yes, all kinds of.
I have this cookbook. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah. Also, whenever you go to those parks, if you see a sticker that's been ripped off, build a pipe.
I would say support libraries too. I'm learning, as somebody that can't read, I haven't been in them much, but I'm learning about all the extras that they have. Like locally, they have 3D printers. You can print and copy anything you want. They got rooms for free. There's other services other than books, and they're starting to carry a lot more books with pictures in them if you need. I've been going to the libraries around here. Have been having like craft meets and sales, so I've been like buying craft stuff at them, and I'm just like discovering more. And I was like, wow, I wish you guys would advertise this instead of books sometimes.
No, it's great. I mean, and that goes
They're
back
selling
into...
themselves short.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Everybody just knows them for books. They're not a one-trick pony.
Chris, nobody wants you to know. Big library doesn't want you to know.
It's like a community center. There's a lot of events that happen at libraries.
I totally agree.
I followed one now, and there's just constantly events that are happening.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, I was just about to say it's kind of a free market of ideas that go through there.
Mm-hmm. And then we were saying about indie games. Buy from your friends. Almost everything I bought from Adepticon was small business out of backpacks. Friends, I know their names. I follow them. They know my name. I bought 2 AK interactive products because I like Rust.
What? This group of people liking Rust?
Hey, if Villainy Inc. was there, I would have bought from them instead of AK, but they weren't. So.
I'm going to take my time to mention a podcast, a very small one called In Rust We Trust. And I only like it because of the name Rust.
I've heard of Hivescum podcast.
Yeah, I've heard of the In Rust We Trust Discord. Are we all getting confused?
Wait a second. I feel like I'm being attacked right now. I said one thing wrong.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
I feel... whoa.
I don't like this episode of Black Mirror.
Wait a second. It's called In Rust We Trust and not Hivescum? For me, I would say, if we're going to take a wholesome approach to this one, I would say support your schools. There's a lot of ideas out there that we can protect immigrants by holding private sessions in schools for people that we know that do not have legal standings yet, but a lot of people are trying to get that, and that they're being snatched off the street. So I would say go to your local school or your kid's school or whatever and explain to them that they have an opportunity to provide a service to immigrants and go against that nasty word known as alien, which is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of whenever we're talking about human beings. All you need to do is tell your local principal, hey, have you guys ever thought about telling people about their own rights? And 9 times out of 10, people may, well, I'd say maybe 50-50. People may want to find out about their rights. Do those small acts of kindness, really, to be able to improve our community. I live in a very diverse community. I know you guys are in the Midwest. I don't know your situation as far as diversity. I'm in the Lincoln district, which is basically Chinatown of Tacoma.
Nice.
I have said this several times on the podcast. I had racist kids saying shit. Speak up. Say something. I think that's the best form of anarchy that you can ever show, is actually caring for somebody.
I work with so many like MAGA chuds. I just call them out on it all day.
That's wild that you do that, which is great. But yeah, I was the same person in the military. Like, it's mostly red. Any last plugs or anything? Anything you want to do? I know, Cole, you had one.
I mean,
plug?
Yeah, didn't you have like a guy's game that you were going to say the name of or something? I thought you did. No, his zine. His zine.
Oh, I couldn't
The
find it.
zine.
I'll send it to you so we can link it somewhere.
Oh yeah, we're gonna link it in the chat because we're live on Twitch.
We need a graphic right here to just put it on.
God damn, you guys are adding so much work to Barrett, and you know what? I'm okay with it.
Can it do the Star Wars scroll to keep in line with the themes that we've got?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What? But I need you to give. I actually need you to give your poem right now as the dialogue for the scrolling text of the Star Wars, and it's going to kind of lead us out of this. Just to cover all of our bases, we are going to leave after his poem. So I want to thank Chris and Colsfer. Chris, your new friend, but you've been.
Let me plug something first.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm on a VHS podcast called Analog Jones and the Temple of Film. It's like about 300 episodes in. It's just three idiots that talk about movies on tape. So
fuck yeah, man.
We're not very good at releasing lately. We're all dads busy with jobs. So
that's okay. I have 300 episodes to get through before I start bitching for new content.
Yeah, I'm only on in like the last like 125, I think.
Only. Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Only the last. Are you guys on Instagram?
Yeah, yes, I run it. So so it doesn't get replies often. But
if it would be if it wouldn't be too hard, I would love to join the podcast sometime because I could talk VHS all day.
Talk to the guys.
This is my way of like easing my way into Chris's life.
We're just gonna watch some tapes, man.
Yeah, we're just gonna watch some tapes, bro. My favorite things were to find were VHS tapes at Goodwill, and then play them and find out whatever the fuck is on them. Because why would anybody ever do that?
Yeah, what son recorded porn over Sleepless in Seattle or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm really tired of us doxing each other. I mean, this is like the 6th time.
all right, fair enough. Whenever I was a kid, we used to record X-Files every Sunday onto a VHS tape, and we'd have to set it up and go make sure that the timing was right to be able to record the new episode.
Dude, I used to have a stack of like 6, and I ran my PlayStation into it, and I copied anime when it was hard to get. Just dubbed it for all my friends. Yeah, man,
it's fucking great. Chris, you're a new friend, but I think you're going to be a lifelong one. And Colsfer, you know my love for you. Actually, do we want to debut our idea for the Black Tongue Thief? Black Tongue Thief? Yeah.
I mean, one more plug. Shout out Christopher Buehlman for being one of the spiciest authors of this century. But Brandon and I both have a love for the Black Tongue Thief and the prequel, The Daughter's War.
Fantastic.
And I just realized we're not going to be able to see these, but this is a Brandon Kitbashian sculpt.
Nice. And you can make out a silhouette.
It's Galva.
And who's this Fury? That's Galva. And then we're working on Kinch right here, who's the Black Tongue Thief himself.
Yeah.
And what we want to do is cast them up. And legally, we have to give them away because I asked Christopher Buehlman. I sent him a DM and I was just like, hey, this is me and my buddy's plan. We really like your book. Like, do we have your blessing to make these? And he was like, yeah, just don't sell them. And it's like, cool. So we can give them away to everybody.
Yeah.
Make a little zine or something and you sell the booklet for $20. And then
that's true. We could.
You get 2 free minis.
Tell the reasons why. We could do some art. Yeah.
But so plug Christopher Buehlman, also the author of Between Two Fires. So huge. And he's also a huge voice in the literary community in terms of making sure that, women's voices are heard and that, imperial notion should be viewed with a heavy dose of skepticism and mistrust and, Nazi punks fuck off.
They were just talking about that on Some Assembly Required, his books.
Yeah. Oh, no shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cole was lucky enough to get to see him read an excerpt from his newer book. Was that The Daughter's War?
No, well, he did do an excerpt from The Daughter's War, and then at the end of the reading, he also gave us a little sneak peek of the sequel to The Black Tongue, which
it comes out this year, I believe.
He didn't tell me to keep it hush hush, but come on, spoilers.
Yeah. No, totally. Me and Cole have not talked about this privately. I've not asked him any questions whatsoever. I am completely beholden to that man.
Books seem cool. I'm just dyslexic and have a 6th grade reading level.
Buddy, I listened to it on an audiobook.
Yeah, I was I need to do that. When they come into movies, I'm like, fuck yeah.
So whenever Cole would actually scroll through the book and he's like, you mean this part? And I'm like, dude, I couldn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't figure out exactly where it is in the book.
Chris, I will call you and read the books to you because I've been meaning to get back into them. I'll give you a personal treatment.
Yeah, I need to read Between Two
Ferns.
Between Two Ferns. Yeah, the Two Fires one or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis never showed up in that book.
It's so weird. He's actually a character called Deadlegs in that. Yeah, I really love the story. I think it's great. More to follow after that. I'm thinking about doing Legs 1 and for my next project after this board, but I think it's an inspiring character. Chris, listen to it. All right. Okay. I love you guys very much. We're going to leave you out with a poem by Colsifer with the following yellow text. Good point. Good point. You got him right in the kisser. Yep. Bold to the very end.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. What can I say? But have a beautiful night and always reflect on this moment for the rest of your life. Okay. This is EDAW'S End out.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Hello, this is Barrett from the ATI Podcast, here to talk about the MANIC Compression Group. The various podcasts that make up the MANIC Compression Group include ATI Podcast, Waxing On with R&J, NODNARB'S Closet from EDAW'S End, and It's Just Two Movies. The MANIC Compression Group is a voice for the voiceless, a platform for those dream chasers. The various creative arms of the MANIC Compression Group all have one goal in mind, and that is to bring a spotlight to underground artists and amazing artistic works. ATI Podcast, hosted by yours truly, focuses in on interviewing rising artists, content creators, and small businesses. Waxing On with R&J, hosted by brothers Ridge and Jake Jackson, gives love to physical media. It promotes purchasing physical media as a means to support artists, album reviews, details on production and audio quality on various formats, all with the end goal in mind to give some love to some amazing artists. Outside of the physical media love, you're going to get reviews on recent concert viewing experiences, as well as local show calendars. NODNARB'S Closet focuses in on miniature painting, the D&D world, role-play games, as well as various niches in the hobbies of 40k Warhammer, Dungeons & Dragons, and tabletop RPGs. Led by Brandon Stewart of EDAW'S End, NODNARB'S Closet brings attention to the many talented people involved in the hobby. It's Just Two Movies, hosted by Danny King in a rotating guest panel, covers just that, two movies. One critically acclaimed or favorably viewed, and a secondary movie probably not good, but the hope is that it is so bad that it's entertaining. Sit back, enjoy some libations to the velvety tones of Danny King and guests, with an injection of jocularity and improv comedy. The MANIC Compression Group can be found across all podcasting platforms, but the full experience can always be enjoyed on YouTube. We thank you all. Stay safe out there.